MJ Akbar is with us tonight. He's BJP spokesperson, and GVL Narasimha Rao, also BJP spokesperson. But MJ Akbar has dealt with this issue in the past as a journalist as well. Maruf Raza is our strategic affairs expert, and Madhu Gaudiakshi, former member of parliament of the Lok Sabha. Thank you very much. I just want to begin by showing some pictures to our viewers here today. And I want to show the pictures of these junk choppers. Now, these are the pictures. I'll just explain it very simply to our viewers. These are junk choppers. They are worth nothing. They are worth nothing in scrap. These pictures, our cameras went into the Mumbai airport area where they have been lined up, and they are lying there. As you can see, nobody will even pay 100 rupees for these choppers. The interesting part of this story is this, that a dangerous middleman called Christian Michael, who is known to be close and have connections with some top Indian politicians, offered to buy these choppers and was actually paid 18 million euros, 130 crore rupees for this transaction. He actually offered to pay only 500,000 pounds to the company, to the Indian company Pawan Hans, to buy the choppers back. The rest was his kickbacks. In other words, shame on this country. Shame on this country which allows Madhu Gaur, a middleman, to come in and offer to buy back junk choppers and make a kickback for it. Do you think the Congress government, the last Manmohan Singh government, Congress leadership, as well as the Congress leadership of the Rajiv Gandhi period, should both be investigated for the junk chopper scam? We need to open this up. This could be bigger than Bofors.
Arnab, let me start with first. I strongly desist the line going on your TV, the second scam under Rajiv.
Well, it is nothing short of a scam. You buy junk.
Allegations you're making to start.
No, it is a scam. I repeat, it's a scam.
The UPA 2 government.
I repeat, it's a scam under the Rajiv Gandhi government.
No, you say change that. Change that.
Why should I change that? It's a scam. I'll tell you why it's a scam. I won't change it because I have declassified papers which show. I have declassified papers of the British government which show this was junk. 10 Indians died flying junk.
Declassified documents of British government is not a gospel truth.
Oh, really?
Let's begin with that.
Oh, really? Letters of the British Prime Minister are not the gospel truth.
The so-called declassified document doesn't say that then the leaders in power or the government are paid any bribe to buy these choppers. And you're showing the pictures of junk. When is these pictures? Were these pictures taken during 1987? Were these pictures of junked choppers right after a year or 2 years after the choppers were bought? Okay. This is completely misleading.
Would you place yourself? No, one second. I'll tell you one thing. One second. Now you've spoken, and I'll get the BJP spokesperson also in this. It can't be a one-sided conversation.
Today. During Manmohan Singh's government, the allegations of bribery paid, Mr. A.K. Anthony, then the defense minister, ordered CBI inquiry and cancelled the contract.
One second, Narasimha Rao is coming in. Narasimha Rao wants to say something.
Come in.
One second, Narasimha Rao.
Come on, I think Defense Minister Anthony had no choice. There were court proceedings going on in the courts of Italy, where it was established, where the CEO of the company which sold these helicopters to India was being investigated. I think Anthony had no choice. He was not doing a favor. I think the Congress party was involved in this murky deal where bribes are being paid to the top politicians of the Congress party. I think the court proceedings in Italy clearly established that these payments were made to some top leaders and their advisors.
Gentlemen, one second, please. One second. You tell me today, change the line. I won't change the line. One second, you tell me today, Madhu Gaudiakshi, the problem with the Congress party, Madhu Gaudiakshi, the problem with the Congress party,
they stoop down to any level.
Okay, fine, have you finished? Can I say something, Mr. Yakshi?
I am citing court proceedings, Mr. Yaski.
None of the allegations
these are not my inventions.
First of all, now, one second, gentlemen, one second. A.K. Antony is an honest man. No, one second. Don't give me this.
Classified statements of
Don't make a
British
Mark
government.
Antony speech on the news, please. A.K. Antony is a gentleman.
Well, you
A.K.
raised
Antony
that
is an
during
honest
Manmohan
man.
Singh government.
Please realize,
Raise
please.
that.
Mr.
You said that
Mr.
during Manmohan Singh's government, what we have done it. Let me tell the truth. Let me know the country. Know
Mr.
the truth.
Yakshi, can you just stop for a minute? Can you stop for a minute, Mr. Yakshi? Can you stop for a minute? I'll tell you what. Let me get MJ Akbar into this. First of all, these are official documents of cabinet meetings, correspondence of the British Prime Minister's Secretary and Minister of Trade in UK at that time. They are authentic. They are as authentic and as official as information gathered through the right to information in India. I want to know that you have to be either mad or corrupt to buy defective choppers from the UK, despite technical advice to the contrary. And now I'd like to go to MJ Akbar. This decision cost lives. Not just 60 million pounds, which is the amount paid for them. 10 people died, including pilgrims, MJ Akbar, and 2 captains as a result of these faulty choppers being bought. And I'm actually saying today, who is the person who wants to buy back the choppers? A man called Christian Michael, who is known to be close to a top political family of India. He wants to buy back the choppers, and that is linked to another scam, which the VVIP chopper deal also exposed on Times Now, and much of the money was going into funding that. So here's the scam. Indians die, you buy faulty choppers, and 25 years later, a kickback expert, a person who is a dubious, notorious middleman offers to buy back the choppers through a Singapore-based company. MJ Akbar, what can be worse? What can be worse than that?
Very little. I'd like to point out, I've been hearing what has been told to you, Arnab. When the chopper deal was being done in the mid-80s, the experts then had warned, had said very clearly that these are defective helicopters. This was not a secret, number one. Number two, the money that was created for this was actually meant for aid for Indians. But that's on one side of it. Third,
aid for India, not for Indians.
You've been saying
Indians.
Forced. No one was forced. No one was forced. There was willingness to do this deal. The British claimed that they were saving a company, but the bigger motivation was the middleman. And by the way, the same Mitchell family today is involved in the Augusta Westland helicopter deal, which is under investigation at this moment, which is a big deal that was done.
Same family, same middleman family. Same middleman family. MJ Akbar is 100%
right. Same middleman.
MJ Akbar was part of the late Rajiv Gandhi's
family.
Team.
The recipient, the Italian press, by the way, Arnab, you've been very kind. The Italian press has named the family to which the money was given.
About buying these choppers.
No, what is this discussion about MJ Akbar or the scam?
Pawan Hans.
Is the discussion about MJ Akbar or the scam? You want to attack MJ Akbar personally? One second.
MJ was a part of Rajivji's team at that time. He was in a Congress. Now he joined BJP. Is he serving the current BJP government? Was he ever raised any of in writings or in private writings that any impropriety or any bribe was paid during that time? Why MJ Akbar is whatever he's speaking on the BJP and leveling and same again.
Okay, MJ Akbar respond. MJ Akbar, the question is being raised.
The family would
listen to the facts. MJ Akbar has been a journalist. He joined the Congress around 88, 89, I don't know. And now you're being asked, MJ Akbar, why didn't you make this point then?
He was with late Rajivji's team.
That's all. That's your last defense.
Was he ever advised Mr. Rajivji's
MJ Akbar, anyway, respond.
Rajivji government.
MJ Akbar, respond, please.
May I?
Whatever he's speaking on behalf of BJP.
This deal was done in 85. The Telegraph, in fact, carried the first story on this deal.
The discussions 85.
After that,
and then during 85,
then
the Prime Minister strongly resisted. He refused to go ahead with this deal.
It is very difficult to have a dialogue on your show.
Mr. God, if you've asked a question, let him reply.
Stop. Right? And you know, he goes on and on trying to make a mockery of any reasonable discussion. I'm sorry, this is one of the reasons why it's very difficult to, you know, make a point with such irresponsible commentary coming on the other side. In any case, the point is that I was
serve the BJP party.
I was there. I did the first story. The Telegraph did the first story on this subject. We exposed the deal. I was a member of the Congress only between 89 and 91, right? The deals and the full implications of the story and the full facts of the story actually started coming out in the early 90s after Pawan Hans, which was the recipient of this defaulted, all this defective helicopters. The whole thing went balloon, you know, belly up at that time. It was in the 90s that the cover-up operations on this deal started. And in any case, your Mr. Antony, who went and bought the Akasta helicopters, the luxury deals for which 360 crores was paid to a certain family.
Yeah.
The Italian press has been naming that family, I think Arnav is a bit too polite at this moment on his show. This is a linkage which goes right back. It's a mirror operation, and this mirror operation has now been fully exposed by the papers that have been revealed by the British government's records.
Wait 1 minute, Mr. Akbar. Mr. Akbar, you are a senior journalist. I'm a lawyer also. You can't try to make a mockery of my statement based on the facts. My first question to you, when you have written this or brought to these so-called bribery allegations in 90s, what were you doing or what were your government during NDA government for 6 years? When you knew this fact, have you started any inquiry on this so-called unfounded allegations? Number one. Number two, you are in the government past 7 months. Now you are trying to accuse Mr. A.K. Anthony, then the most honest defense minister who cancelled the contract outright. Forget about inquiry to the CBI, by the CBI. He cancelled the whole contract. Now you are in government. No, Mr. Arnav, you are in a government for past 7 months. You are in the government for past 7 months. Mr. MJ Akbar is a member of the BJP party. If he knows this fact, then this improper...
No, one second. I'll tell you. No, I'm bothered about...
What was he doing? What was this Modi government is doing? You have a prime minister...
Mr. Madhugod Yakshi,
who level allegations,
Mr. Madhugod Yakshi, I've also been listening for a long time.
Which cannot be
No, Mr. Madhugod Yakshi, I've been listening for a long time. I want to know whether in the UPA government, these kickback kings, people like Christian Michael were running India. Because listen to me, it has emerged that Finmeccanica paid Christian Michael 18 million euros in kickbacks from the VVIP deal, and an attempt to camouflage this was made by getting him to buy the remaining obsolete Pawan Hans helicopters through a company called Entera Private Limited. This has thrown up more questions than answers, and the previous UPA dispensation, during whose tenure this offer was made, has got to answer. Tell me, Pawan Hans confirms an offer was made to buy these planes and they didn't respond to Entera Private Limited because there was a case pending in court as to who these planes belong to. Did they not know that Entera Private Limited wants to buy these obsolete, faulty, dangerous, unwieldy planes in the first place? Is a company that is owned by Christian Michael, who in their right mind, Maroof, let me get you in. You've been quiet on this. I'll show the pictures. Okay. Who in their right mind, you have to belong to a mental institution to buy these choppers.
You asked me to answer
1 second.
During the UPA government. Arnav, you raised
1 second.
You raised
Mr. Yakshi,
a question.
Mr. Yakshi, I'm asking you, you are in government. First of all, you should.
If there is a truth.
Mr. Yakshi, did Christian Michael offer to buy the choppers or not?
No,
did Christian? No, 1 second.
Why Mr. A.K. Anthony cancelled the contract outright?
One second.
What was last 7 months?
Maroof,
what was last 7 months?
Maroof, you tell me. Maroof, you tell me. Let's listen to Maroof. Maroof knows these issues. Maroof, tell me. Maroof, tell me. The planes can't fly. What's it? The choppers can't fly. They have been declared air unworthy in 2000. They won't even fly 1 meter above the ground. Why would anybody try to buy them unless they were trying to camouflage kickbacks? They are only using that to camouflage
Okay, then
kickbacks.
let me-
Maruf,
Arnab,
Maruf is speaking
Arnab,
now.
let me-
During during 2000,
bring in-
India government, India
Arnab,
government.
Maruf,
if the
please. Maruf is
Congress
speaking.
spokesperson allows somebody else to speak,
Maruf.
Arnab, either you allow us to speak or you
Please
shut
go
off
ahead,
his
Maruf, and
volume.
Madhukar Yakshi,
Because
please
we
listen
can't
to him.
have a sensible debate if he's going to go on and on. I've kept quiet for the last half an hour.
Go on, Maruf.
Now please hear me, sir. The first point is that you are saying that it was aid money, whether for India or for the Indian people. Now that, let's not get into semantics. But the point at issue is close to $800 million worth of aid money, and Rajiv Gandhi's government was armed twisted into doing the deal for 60 million. That's on the internet. I'm not saying it. The point at issue is that what was the compulsion, what was the pressure to compromise the so-called aid money for a much lesser amount and take what were the experts saying as technically faulty equipment. In fact, by 1991, after this deal was done with India, and these two aircrafts had crashed in 88 and 89 in the India's northeast, 21 or so odd aircrafts were finally put into a museum in Somerset in UK because even the British government felt they were technically unsound. The first point. Second is, Maggie Thatcher knew all along that she was pushing the wrong card. In fact, she came close to losing a prime ministership in a showdown with Neil Kinnock in the parliament when she was defending the transfer of this equipment to a European company. And she wanted it transferred to Sikorsky, whereas Kinnock and others and Heseltine wanted it transferred to a European company. Pointed issue is, Maggie Thatcher, to my mind, had a stake in the future of this company.
Yeah.
So she was trying to push it down the throat
Exactly.
of whoever was gullible. The central question to me is, why were we gullible? A, it was technically unsound. B, for a lesser amount we took it. We talk of the honesty and integrity of Mr. Antony. Talk to any service officer, and the unanimous opinion is that Mr. Antony was the most incompetent defense minister this country has had since independence. He was Mr. Do Nothing, was called Saint Antony mockingly because he wanted to whitewash everything. He undid our defense preparedness to a level that we have to now work for the next decade.
No, I think there must be
a real martyr out of the Congress.
Madhukar Yakshi.
Mrs. Gandhi lost her life because of the political game she played. Rajiv Gandhi paid a price with his life for his wrong policies in Sri Lanka. So please don't martyrize them only.
No,
yes, they were great.
Okay, one second.
But the reality is, India wants to know. India wants to know why your government have successfully. And if you don't accept British declassified documents. You don't accept British declassified documents. How is it that Mr. Anthony ordered a CBI inquiry and called off the Westland deal on the basis of documents?
I mean, you have to be out of your mind.
So Italian prosecutors.
No, you have to be out of your mind. What's a Maruf?
British Prime Minister's minutes of the meeting are
Maruf.
We want questions. We want answers to these questions.
Maruf.
It's an absolute farce, Arnab.